Welcome to Sunday's video. We're going to do a couple of little things first and then we'll get on with your comments. So let's get started. First of all, EV mandates. So as you probably know, next year is supposed to be the start of the EV mandates, where 20% of all new vehicles sold had to be electric vehicles. Well, yeah, they're not doing that now. No, we've been running that on this channel for, I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and about every month or so I might mention that, you know, the EV mandates are just mental, just crazy. We don't have the infrastructure, we don't have the technology, cars are too expensive for one, and yeah, it's just not feasible to do it. Polyev has said the same. He said the same about the EVs. You know, Polyev has gone one step further, which is where I stand as well, is you shouldn't be forced to buy a certain type of car, because the whole thing was in 2035, the only new car you will be allowed to buy is an electric vehicle. Or they did change it a little bit. I know a few people commented on the last video I did with electric vehicles in it. You can actually buy a hybrid now as well. So it'll be either a hybrid or a totally electric vehicle or a plug-in hybrid. As long as it's got a battery shoved in it that Canada can make, yeah, they would allow that as a new vehicle. But that shouldn't even be, it should just be totally cancelled. You shouldn't be mandated into buying into what vehicle you want to buy. If people want to buy an electric vehicle, let the people decide. Anyway, temporary foreign workers. I saw a clip on Polyev's channel, his Facebook channel, so I thought I'd just put it here. He delved back 10 years, a decade ago, when Mark Carney was the Bank of Canada boss. And yeah, this is what he said about temporary foreign workers.
One doesn't want an over-reliance, certainly on temporary foreign workers for lower skilled jobs, which prevent the wage adjustment mechanism from both improving, making sure that Canadians are paid higher wages, but also that the firms improve their productivity as is necessary. So we don't want to mask it, and as the government's review and as the intent of the review to ensure that this is used for transition for those higher skilled gaps that do exist and can hold our economy.
I know, right? I know. Times change, don't they? It seems really weird that if something's not working, change the narrative. Like, oh, we're in the worst crisis of our lives, and now we've got the best deal ever. How did that happen? Anyway, this is what he says today about temporary foreign workers.
Part of what we will be discussing, how well the temporary foreign worker program is working and how our overall immigration system is working. When I talk to businesses around the country, particularly in Quebec, but elsewhere across the country, their number one issue is tariffs, and their number two issue is access to temporary foreign workers.
Yeah, there's a big change of step there, isn't there? Like most of the things this Liberal government's doing, taking over almost every single Conservative idea and calling it a Liberal idea, or just calling it an idea. I was on a Liberal site just the other day, and they were saying, no, he's not taking Conservative ideas, he's just giving the people what they want. Well, do you know what the people want now? The Conservative government, because we've got a Liberal government acting like a Conservative government at the moment. Anyway, let's get on with your comments. Okay, let's get them comments done. Ooh, skateboarder. Squirrel. Okay, help! Canada police need your help, even though they have the clues. Yeah, you know what? I couldn't find it, but they've arrested one of those guys who was doing the, doing this that I was doing. Yeah, they arrested them. And, yeah, I thought, good on them. They actually managed to find one of them. And thanks you, thanks to Akashoftel, aka Shyoff Denial 6077.
Your reenactment is priceless.
No. Oh, a quick shout out to Birchall on the Wharf, because I think I've managed to actually find me driving your boat. I think that's your boat. Yeah, one of our top contributors, Birchall on the Wharf. Just go and Google him. You can see him doing some awesome stuff on outside Halifax, around Peggy's Cove and stuff on his boat. Wes said,
That officer doesn't sound very motivated at all. Sounds more like he's bored of reading the same old script about public safety. I wonder if the perpetrators even care that their faces are public, or if they are just planning their next picnic. By the way, sir, do you have a license to own that broom that you were pointing in a very threatening manner?
No, my wife's got the license. Mary said,
Makes me wonder why we pay for police when they can't even locate the people with all the clues available.
yeah, there was a license plate there, and like I just said, they did manage to get one guy. One guy! Well, one's better than none. Dave said,
Funny, I only see them bringing coffee to tea groups. Canada's Keystone Cops to the rescue. What a clown show this country has become. Move if you can, otherwise fight the good fight.
okay, so where am I going to move to? Mexico? The UK? No way am I moving back to the UK. Not a chance. That is absolutely rotten to the core at the moment. Stuff. If you get bored of Canadian politics, just tune into what's going on in the UK, guys, because that is mental zoids what's going on there. Anyway, Midnight Storm said,
Help! Oh, now police need the help of Canadian citizens. Guess they should have thought of us as they chose their side. They are paid to investigate, so investigate. I am taking my 2 steps back. You're on your own, coppers.
yeah, they did choose a side, didn't they? It doesn't matter where you are. The cops run with the government, and if the government is like anti-citizen, then that's just the way it's going to go, isn't it? Pro Wanna said,
Does anyone else remember when the police said to leave your front door unlocked at night and your car keys at the front door so that the thief doesn't have to break down the door and possibly confront the owner? Who else wants to be the 51st state?
no, that 51st state thing is just, it was a joke. It's never gonna, it will never ever happen. The only thing that could happen is that Canada should really take over Alaska, although it was America who bought that off the Ruskies, wasn't it? But yeah, so why did they? Well, who wants Alaska anyway? But that's the only thing that, you know, we should be thinking of. You know, why don't we just own that bit as well? It's all the top, isn't it? I always wonder why America was down there and then above Canada. I've always thought that's a bit weird. But yeah, I found out. Actually, I only found out the other day that America actually bought it. Shanti said,
I'm never helping them. Even if I can, they ruin my life. They lost my trust. They can go and touch grass.
yeah, a few people have had some strange run-ins with police and lost trust with them, really. I think we need to get back to that police trust in society. It's like where I live. We have car break-ins and house break-ins, and you know, I've had stuff stolen out of my car because inadvertently I've left it unlocked overnight, and you know, you do that once, everything's gone in your car. You know that, don't you? You've just got to make sure that that's the point as well. I was just thinking, if you want to comment something on this video, have you ever been a victim of crime in Canada? Ever? I even just small, even like someone just, you know, stealing a few bucks out your car overnight if you've left it open, or and as huge as having your whole house ransacked. You know, which have you been a victim of crime ever in Canada? Let's say ever over the last 10 years during the Liberal reign. I remember, I know I'm waffling a bit now, but I remember when Harper was in power, we came over to visit Canada around about 2006. I actually did a whole series on why we came to Canada. It's in one of the playlists. Anyway, we went to a Swiss chalet. First time Swiss chalet. We wondered what was this place. And went with my cousin in Woodstock. And we had a little GPS, you know, like the Garmin GPS, because we didn't have a phone or anything to do all that on back then. They just had the GPS in the car. And I took it out the car and brought it into the Swiss chalet. And my wife's cousin said, why did you take your GPS out the car? And we said, well, because we came from England, which everything gets stolen. And we said, well, yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, it'll get stolen. He went, no, we don't. People don't steal stuff here. Yeah, now look at us. KG Kennedy said,
No kidding. What a bloody joke these cops are. I have seen people arrested and charged and convicted on less than this. WTF, where's the firearms?
And Paul said,
The cops look like the one from This Hour Has 22 Minutes.
he does, doesn't he? He looks like the guy. I thought, you know, when I first saw that, when I first saw him come up and he said, we need your help, and I thought it was like one of those bee things, you know, the buzz joke videos. It wasn't. It was real. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one, guys.